We are so grateful to welcome you to the Ergoline Experience 2022. We are so grateful to see your faces again after almost 3 years at home. We are so grateful that for the first time in JK history, we have a world premiere equipment launch right here in the United States. Woo! Let me ask you, are you ready? Can you tell me, are you really ready? Stand up! Let's go! To another level! To another level! To another level! Woo! Welcome to Clearwater. We're going to give you a second to take a look around, and don't worry, you have all day to walk around the new Vitality Series by Ergoline. For the first time in JK history, you are seeing world premiere technology right here in Clearwater. Welcome, everyone. I hope that was what you came for. And for any of your friends who are sleeping off a party last night, tell them what they missed. One more time, good morning and welcome. I know that's a lot of drama first thing in the morning, but we wanted to get it out of the way so that we can enjoy this equipment for the rest of the day today. Thank you so much for being here with us. You know, when we put out the call to do the first in-person event for a very long time, you guys have really shown up and you are showing out from a commitment perspective, and we are so grateful to be a part of it. There's a reason why in the beginning I used the word grateful 3 times, because we are so happy to be here, and we're so happy to be here with our very best customers from across the country. West Coast, Canada, East Coast, you guys have really shown up for us, and we really hope that you will feel the love coming right back at you today. So welcome to Vitality by Ergoline. It really is true that for the first time in equipment history, we have the opportunity to have a world premiere new series technology right here in the US. And for some of you who have been around a while, and I've just crossed over my 10-year anniversary, exciting. This is the very first time we have ever been able to introduce not only a new series, but fully new technology here in the United States, designed specifically for the customer needs in our market, right? In the past, we have always had either something that came out in Europe first, we had technology that we saw coming from across the water, which meant the best we could do was make some sort of adaptability to make it fit our marketplace. I really do hope that what you will see today is you're able to walk around and experience the new Vitality Series by Ergoline, is that every feature, every design point, every piece of technical information that's included in that equipment was designed with you specifically in mind. And I hope that you will also enjoy with us all of the new design features that we're going to talk about as well. So let's get into it. What is vitality, right? I've heard that word a few times from a few customers today. I'm looking over on this side of the room. Vitality is really about the experience that we have the opportunity to be in the business and represent. You know, when you guys got here, you walk up the steps and you kind of see the hotel open up with palm trees and sunshine. And I don't know if you're like me, but I just have this moment of exhale. That's our business. That is the business that we are in, is giving people that experience of Whew, let's take a minute. It's the exact same experience that you have when you look out in this location that we chose on purpose, to be able to see that on the outside, and we get to do that every day for our customers on the inside and on a standard and repeated basis, so that they come in maybe stressed out, maybe having a difficult day. Maybe it's the only 15 minutes they're going to take during the entire day to take a break. And that feeling that you get when you're on the beach right here, or even just the moment of when your eyes see the sand for the first time of, oh man, it's good to be here. We want people to have the exact same experience when they use our equipment, and the exact same experience when they are in your business to come in. That's what they keep coming back for. You can't buy it online. You can't manufacture it somewhere else. They need to come into you to be able to have that experience. So what we have done is a few things to be able to bring not only a highly customized experience, but brand new technology to you for the very first time through the Vitality series. You will see an entirely new spectrum of light that comes together to be able to make not only your tanning time more efficient, but color development even better. If you have known over the last couple of years, or you have been introduced to hybrid light, you know we took the first step with hybrid. What hybrid does is it allows us to combine red light and UV in the same session, so that we can not only enhance the color development results, but we can turn down the irritation and turn down the erythema that happens after a tanning session, so you see your color development almost immediately, right? One thing that our industry is really evolving into is to understand that hot and red doesn't equal a tan. We know that from being on the beach, right? Hot and red is just your body's response to heat. And you know the tan comes after, right? 6 to 8 to 10, sometimes 24 hours after. But what we need to remember as we start bringing out new technology with the combination of red light, blue light, and UV, that we're getting away from the body's wasted biological response of getting hot and red and inflamed, and going straight to the tan. Bringing blue light into the spectrum goes to the very next step, to be able to activate and enhance UV, and then red light comes into play to be able to create immediate color development and decrease irritation across the board, right? The very next thing that you'll see, and I'll talk about LEDs here in just a moment, is the fact that you have multiple options now to be able to customize session times for your customers, so that they really have the option to choose whatever they want when they're in a session in the Vitality by Ergoline. 3 new technology concepts that you're going to hear us talking a lot today are total light technology, hybrid light technology, and pure light technology, or the acronyms TLT, HLT, and PLT. This is the type of technology that is really going to bring all light spectrums together in one place, as well as UV LED and low pressure tanning. You will notice that in all of the equipment on the floor today, high pressure tanning is in the facial area is becoming a thing of the past, not only from an energy consumption level, but also to be able to offer a cooler and more comprehensive tanning environment for your customer. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. One of the most exciting things, or the most exciting pieces for me anyway, is to be able to create a custom aesthetic or a custom design element when you choose a piece of high-end Ergoline tanning equipment. You know, when you go buy a car from a car dealership and you buy a Mercedes, you buy a high-end vehicle, you don't go with the manufacturer's specifications, right? Does anyone do that anymore? Of course not. You want the option to be able to customize your experience and customize your design. We also know that not all design features and not all design tastes are the same, right? Some of the most successful businesses in our industry right now are taking off into this fully diversified and fully high-end automated spa and tanning experience, because post-COVID, we know that our customers are much more aware and much more cognizant of being able to have personal space inside your salon, and also being able to have a high level, high quality experience that doesn't necessarily require additional personnel to make that happen, right? We'll talk a little bit more about some of those personnel issues this afternoon and in our women's panel. I'm sure it will come up as a hot topic. Custom design lights focus, that's exactly why you see so many different options on the floor today. So for the very first time, you can pick your style in our top 4 units across the entire series. So whether you like prismatic, like you see on the board right now, you like a more edgy, hardcore performance design, the reflection design for a high-end spa-like experience, or a trend design which is rose gold and is turning out to be one of my very favorite. This allows us the flexibility to be able to customize post-production so that you can do this in 1s and 2s, and you can also do this across your series as you're building the portfolio out in your salon. We also have the opportunity, and it's brand new, but it's all in the back if you would turn for one moment. You have the option to be able to custom logo your exterior design panel in short series, which means whether you want Glow Sun Spa, you want California Tan, you want Avas, you want Carolina Tan Factory, whatever it is that you're interested in to be able to promote your salon is high-end. Your experiences are high-end. Your equipment behind those experiences can now be fully customized to match your branding and aesthetic. This is the first time we've had these types of opportunities, and it allows you to be able to really make choices about how you want to present your equipment to your customers. The standard design is on the screen. You'll also be able to see the standard design during the lunch hour. We didn't have room for it here on the floor, but you'll be able to see that one during the lunch hour across the way as well. So please do take a minute when we get done here. Look around through the different design features. We'd love to hear your feedback. We took a few steps, especially when it comes to the trendier designs and more fashion-forward designs, and then also thinking through what it might look like for a true spa relaxing experience. New features and technology. There's a lot to cover here. I won't go into a ton of depth on new features and technology because we have all day to be able to talk about those things with you, but I want to go through the highlights and let you know exactly what's changed about this equipment and what brings it into an entirely new series and the very next level of tanning. So if you're thinking about what hybrid light might have been in the past, we introduced hybrid light at somewhere around level 6. Imagine the entire portfolio levels up through level 7, level 8, depending on where you're at. So your level 4, 5, and 6 in the past now just became 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? We know that reinforcing the low end of your portfolio is not where your revenue lies. It's not where your opportunity to be able to grow your customer base lies. It's reinforcing the top end of the portfolio and building value into your highest level memberships. We've also brought to the table brand new technology through Spectra. Now, Spectra is the one piece of technology that is included in this equipment that has actually been out in Europe for a few years. Why? Because we know that you guys want to know if it works before we introduce new technology here. So first of all, I want to talk about the fact that you have almost 80% reduced power consumption with the same tanning results through the UVA LED facial tanning system. They're supported by UVB spaghetti lamps so that you have a fully comprehensive facial tanning experience without the heat and irritation, right? When you're tanning the facial area of the skin, it is incredibly important to take away those things that people might be concerned about when it comes to photoaging, when it comes to just being hot and red in the face, which a lot of us avoid. If you've gotten to my age or a certain age where you're using pretty strong anti-aging products on a regular basis, you want to control heat and inflammation in the face as much as possible. And the point behind that is to be able to work with us and tan with us throughout your lifetime, and not just that 18 to 24 age range who doesn't really care too much about skincare just yet. Right? We know that the development and the future of our business comes from being able to cast a wider net from a customer perspective and also go deeper from a value perspective so that people understand exactly what they're paying for and are willing to give you more of a wallet share to continue to use your diversified portfolio of equipment, right? Spectra is the next level in that technology. You will also see in the total light and in red light and hybrid light that LED skincare is mixed in as well, and you have the option to control those independently. Not only is the tan optimized, but you have consistently high performance without the heat, right? It brings the entire experience of the tanning session to a much higher level because all of the facial fans and all of the exhaust and all of the support that used to have to be in place to run your high-pressure facials is eliminated. So from a relaxation perspective, your tanning sessions just got a whole lot better. It also allows you to hear not only the sound system, but experience the features even more clearly. There were plenty of times in the past where the fans from high-pressure facials could be so loud, you couldn't hear voice guide, you couldn't really hear your music, all you could really hear was the fans. This gives you the ability to move on from that completely in a fully comfortable environment that does not inflame the skin. The lifetime expected lamp hours on this equipment is 20,000 hours. So in the future, when you're talking about operational improvements, you're talking about less time under the hood, less personnel that you're paying to go through lamp changes, right? The list goes on from an operational perspective. You will not mess with these the entire life of the equipment, right? 20,000 lamp hours. And when you do, if ever one goes out, you change the whole panel, you move on to the next situation, right? It's a whole new level of tanning, a whole new future step. It really is the next era of where we're headed next. Activating blue light. So in our total light technology, we have now brought additional light spectrums to the table so that you can be more efficient with your tanning time. Whether it's regulatory adaptability or it's a more discerning customer base, we don't necessarily just want to blast people with UV and hope that their bodies adapt, right? We want to be able to be efficient with UV exposure, optimize those UV sessions with other types of light spectrum. So like I said, we keep you for life. Whether it's the 25-year-old, the 35-year-old, the 45-year-old, or even up from there, 55, 60, you're no longer worried about getting too much sun exposure because we're being efficient with the tanning time, but maintaining performance as well, right? You will still see beautiful color development, and we've already learned that from hybrid light. There was a customer adaptation time when hybrid came out to kind of understand the difference between how the body responds to regular UV by itself and UV in combination with synergistic light spectrums, right? The immediate effect when you come out of mixed output or optimized output is very different from just the hot, red, inflamed experience. You see color develop almost immediately. You start to see a golden color, and it's hard to describe, but if you've been in hybrid, you know exactly what that does. It's a more golden, even skin tone than what you have from just UV because it's not just the hot red inflammation piece coming from UV. We're taking that now to the next step. Activating blue light allows you to start tanning faster and for your body to biologically respond, similar to when we're talking about lotions or using red light in combination. It helps your body respond to UV more quickly so that you're not wasting tan time. You're not sitting there for the first 5 to 7 minutes of a tanning session before your body really starts to create new melanin. And we know that's all dependent, right? If you're talking about a skin tone like mine, it can be incredibly difficult to get a tan 4 minutes at a time, 5 minutes at a time, and it gets really frustrating, right? You have to spend quite a bit of time to build up to a full session when you're in standard UV. This gives me the opportunity to do a few things. Not only turn the UV output down so that I can lay a full session time, but optimize that output with the combination of other light spectrums that allows me to respond more efficiently. That helps you be able to address more skin tones and also helps you be able to maintain better color development over time. Personal sun style. This is a feature that's been out for some time now, but we've taken it to the next step. And if you were a fan of the Sun Angel in the past, I explain this like the more optimized and the more user-friendly version of the Sun Angel. What this allows you to do across all of our top-end equipment is to be able to turn down the UV output during a session so that you can make a choice if you want to have 65% UV and full LED with sensitive. You can have around 80% UV and full LED on medium. And then intensive is just a standard 4 MED output session, right? Keep in mind, you can never get into a bed and turn it up post-timer setting, but you can turn it down based on your individual needs and based on what your customer wants, right? You need to be able to address customer needs and allow them to have an efficient tan time, whether they're going to go for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or a full session time. So we've expanded that technology to make it more applicable to the rest of your tanning levels, as well as being able to use skincare at the same time. So this is a brand new feature that I'm really excited about, and it's called personal skincare. I would say that from a feature perspective and from a development perspective, this has been the most requested feature in the United States over the last 4 or 5 years. It's the very first time we've been able to offer skincare-only sessions during a tanning session. So what do I mean by that? I mean that for the first time you can, after you enter a Vitality tanning bed, you can turn the UV all the way down or off in the facial and body area so that you can focus on only skincare and only the skincare upsell that's in addition to your tanning products, right? It opens up a whole nother avenue of not only add-on sales, but the opportunity for customers to continue to come back and see you on a more regular basis, whether they need to tan the next day or not. We have limited this to be able to be only turned down after the first minute of the session because we know there will always be people who are not interested in tanning at all. There will always be skin tones who quite honestly just don't need a tan from us. They already have one. And we have units available like the Beauty Angel to be able to continue to offer those types of diversified services. So it's not a mixture of the Beauty Angel and others. It is a truly new personalized skincare option that you can have while you are choosing the highest level of tanning and while you're choosing Vitality Series. So the shoulder tan is pretty exciting as well, and I encourage you guys to really walk around the equipment, ask questions, let us turn it on for you, listen to the sound, but you will see that the shoulder tanning area has been fully optimized with UV LEDs as well. A whole new sound system, which our sound system was pretty robust already, but when you take out all of the noise pollution and the extra clutter from the fan system in the top end of the unit, it's incredible how much you can really hear and how much of a relaxing experience you can have compared to the past. So fully optimized shoulder tanner, as well as an optional wireless charging station. You'll see this over here as well. So we know that everyone is getting into a bed with their cell phones in hand, whether we like it or not. That's the way it works. It allows people to actually set their cell phone down, have a relaxing experience, and charge their phone while they're in a piece of equipment. Also, energy consumption is reduced by almost 80% in the new shoulder tanner as well. And when we're talking about the totality of new technology that we're including in this equipment, not only can you bring down your build-out amp draw when you're building out a new location, you can bring down HVAC tonnage that we know is incredibly expensive to run in your salons, as well as a total unit reduction of over 20% in power consumption as a first step, right? We know that energy costs are going up incredibly quickly. We know that things like build out and construction costs have gone up, who knows, 40 to 60%, depending on where you are in the country. So being able to optimize your operator experience while still offering top of the line tanning results is our focus. We have also optimized the cooling system. So again, when you remove the high pressure facials and you remove the heat generation from the high pressure facials, this allows us to be able to control the air conditioning in 3 different zones. So for the first time, you can independently control air conditioning in the face, in the body, and in the foot fan. So hopping in with cold feet in Canada or Minnesota, you can warm your feet up. If your face is cold or hot, you can cool your face down if you're starting to sweat, or make choices depending on how you want your personal temperature settings to be throughout a session time. We also know that if we continue to take further steps into new light technologies, that heating the equipment might become a more desirable option for your customers. We also know that in colder climates, it's quite common to run the units with the heaters on because that might be the only opportunity you have to be warm all day. Now you can really customize where and how that happens with the inclusion still of Aquamist and Aroma. The Smart Control Plus, and I promise you I'm moving along through some of this boring stuff. There's always 10 or 12 people in the crowd who are like, I love features and benefits and technology, and everybody else is like, I love LEDs. They look so bright and fancy. We will get to all of it, I promise you. So the Smart Control Plus panel, raise your hand if in the last 2 years you have relearned how to clean and sanitize a piece of tanning equipment. I should see a lot of hands. I am one of those people. We have fully relearned what it takes to clean and sanitize all of our equipment, and you will see that the entire top end of the tanning tunnel has been optimized with that purpose in mind, right? We know that sometimes people are going into the tanning rooms and really just giving it heck when it comes to spray and disinfectant. That's a great idea from a sanitization perspective, but it's not always so great for your electronics, as we know. Right? So you will see that the acrylic almost fully encloses the top panel to be more protected from overspray. And you also can fully wipe down the new control panel, unlike the toggle switches and buttons of the past, where you might have had buildup or other stuff over time, right? We want to make these clean, flat, smooth surfaces so that they're easy to clean. You'll also notice that the intuitive guide, you can see much more clearly while you're wearing your goggles during a session. The exterior touch control panel is another very exciting feature because we know that when you spend money with us on high-end technology, sometimes you are fully reliant on whomever it is working the front desk to give your customer an introduction to your really expensive new technology. And if they're having an off day, or maybe they forgot to tell someone about features, or maybe they missed the front desk completely and went straight into a room, they may or may not know exactly what you've invested to be able to give them an incredible experience. We wanted to take the dependency on personnel and the dependency on consistency from personnel out of the equation so that you could offer a fully high-end experience to every single customer that comes in the room. And that's a long build to tell you that the exterior control panel allows you to fully customize promotional videos, tutorials, branded material for your salons, or even Ergoline branded material while your customers are putting on tanning lotion, right? We've talked for years about how do we recapture that 30 or 45 seconds of uninterrupted customer attention while people are applying their lotion. Now you have the opportunity to run fully customized videos that are uploaded over the Wi-Fi, should you want to change those tutorials over time. You'll also see that happening in real time in the back of the room after lunch. We'll be uploading the teaser video for Vitality on the Vitality unit that was customized for the unit, so I encourage you to stop by and take a look at that. But it really gives you the opportunity to ensure that every customer that goes into that room gets the same experience, the same high-level expectation, and the same experience every single time. The cinematic sound, also included with the new shoulder tanner, gives you the opportunity to not only have a better sound experience, which we've touched on, but more efficient power consumption, as well as Bluetooth and SD in combination with the cell phone charger. So the Bluetooth connection is in all of these new units. It's really simple and straightforward. It pairs automatically, and you can listen to your own music throughout a session. Improved operations, so obviously fewer lamp changes, less waste. Depending on where you are in the country, it can be very complicated to dispose of lamps and also expensive. You want to do that as little as possible, and we're moving technology to the next level to make sure that you're not wasting money driving to a special disposal facility to be able to get rid of lamps. This is the first step. The next step is to be more efficient with our personnel cost and be more efficient with our power consumption so that you can guarantee a fantastic session and be less dependent on that individual in the salon, whether they're having a good day or a bad day. Decrease cooling and HVAC requirements, as we mentioned, because we've pulled the heat down from the unit, so less startup cost for you guys and less lamp changes over time. The next thing I want to take you through, and as we're beginning to wrap up here, is the digital experience. So you will see as you're walking around the show floor today, various different QR codes that are placed on the equipment Those QR codes are so that you can really have a digital catalog experience, whether you're standing there with a salesperson or not. Remember the idea of taking dependency on personnel out of it? Well, we're trying to live up to that as well. We want you to know exactly how these features and benefits work, so keep an eye out for those QR codes, scan them with your phone, and it will take you exactly to the technology or feature that you are scanning. That is existing on the Well system as well as the Vitality customized unit in the back. So this afternoon and tomorrow morning, we also have product demos going on, and I really encourage you guys to sign up with your salesperson for product demos tomorrow morning. We'll be demoing the Well system, the Beauty Angel, and the hybrid stand-up tomorrow on the show floor. We'll also be lighting, but not demoing, the Vitality series in the back corner. So I encourage you tomorrow morning to sign up for demos as well. As we're getting ready to wrap up this intro session, I want to ask you guys to do a few things. First of all, make sure that you're on the app if you have not already downloaded the app. We have an incredible gifting lounge and an incredible post-show experience set up for you guys this afternoon, and want to make sure that you gain entry to that this afternoon. So you gain entry, you earn points by checking in at sessions just like this, and checking in at various different stations throughout the day so that you can go through our gifting lounge during cocktail hour and experience all of the great things that our sponsors and our marketing team has put together for you guys. So as we're getting ready to wrap up, first of all, I want to take another opportunity to say how much we appreciate you guys joining us here today, how much we appreciate you guys showing up, and I hope that you will realize that while some of the industry went to sleep over the last few years, we went to work. It was incredibly important that we come back from post-COVID and post-closures with technology that would help you move your salon to the next level and regain some of that enthusiasm and excitement that our industry seems to have been lagging on the last few years. We needed new technology. We needed new designs. We need you guys in this room to come together and experience the type of not only high-end services, but energy that comes from all of us being together, and we are so grateful that you're here. One more time, thank you so much. We're going to open up the show floor for lunch. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day, and we are so happy you're here.